Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. My apologies for the little clap right there. Never done that before, but welcome back to this new video on Ethereum. We're going to do a full update. We'll talk about the possibilities here. Obviously, we will talk about that, well, not breakouts, but move up again. I refuse to call this a breakout, right? Because ultimately, I mean, Ethereum, if you zoom out here, we're just moving within a range. And what I want to talk about and what we have been talking about quite a bit is getting a move into that yearly rolling VWAP and the value area high right here at 2640, which has been our main price target. That's also the most interesting level because if we were going to be able to get a breakout above that, that would be amazing news, and you know, something like that can really propel Ethereum higher. So we'll talk about that, but that's not a breakout, in my opinion. But ultimately, to get into Ethereum right here, my thoughts on Ethereum are actually quite mixed, and I'll tell you why. Because first of all, if we take a look at the technicals for Ethereum, right? Some of the most noteworthy things I think for Ethereum in the last couple of days is that first of all, on Friday we actually reacted very well to this single print and fair value gap, a little bit less so to this level right here, but you should not forget that we actually had quite some bearish pressure here, and we respected the support level that really needed to hold to get some more constructive bullish price action. And then what we did over the last 1.5 days is we successfully held this kind of area between the 30-day rolling VWAP and the 7-day rolling VWAP, which again is a sign that technically the price action for Ethereum is quite constructive, which by the way is also in line with the structure right here. We hit the bottom of the range, then it's always logical you revert back up to the top of the range, so in that sense it also works. But then we have all these technical bullish confirmations and all these reasons technically for me to tell you, which I have told you in the last couple of videos as well, but for me to tell you that I still think it's most likely that we are going to get a move into that yearly rolling VWAP at 2640, and when we actually get there, depending on circumstances, we'll talk about whether we can break out or not. So the price action is good enough for me to tell you I still think this is most likely, right? And getting this move up, it doesn't necessarily have to happen today or tomorrow. We can actually consolidate for a bit longer here as well. I mean, you can see that basically since Friday, we have formed some sort of balance right here. And balances tend to hold. So in that sense, you know, getting some more balance is probably more likely than getting a move up like this quick. But then I am bullish on Ethereum. But then if we take a look at the volume right here on the 4-hour time frame, it's relatively extremely low. Right, so and you kind of, well, not always, but you tend to need volume to actually get a move up. So that is the one thing I kind of struggle with, and that's also one of the main reasons why potentially I'm not that eager to get into a position on Ethereum, even though positioning right here at that single print was absolutely would have been phenomenal. But yeah, so I do still think this is most likely, but because of the volume, potentially we're going to consolidate for a bit longer. So to visualize that would look like something like this probably. And you know, do I think we can break above that yearly rolling VWAP? No, unless we actually see a change in Ethereum, right? Which we have seen before as well, right? We have seen before that Ethereum did not have any volume, and that all of a sudden it got that volume, and that then it started to perform well. So it's definitely a possibility, but we need to see that first before I would say it's most likely we're going to break out, right? So for now, I think it's most likely we're going to do something like this, assuming the fundamentals remain relatively stable, and that from there we're going to revert back down to the bottom of the range, from which we'll talk about buying Ethereum again. But those are my thoughts. A little bit boring, but hopefully the best analysis you can get out here on YouTube. Hopefully it makes sense, but that's it for now. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all in my next videos, and bye.